First of all, it's lovely to be back. But to answer your question, I'm what? I'm going on a cruise soon, so I'm excited about that. How are you? Growing up was difficult with my mother. She was emotionally unstable and was a hypochondriac. I spent much of my time consoling her. In 1908, my mother suffered a nervous collapse, so I went to live with my grandmother for a little. My relationship with my mother was stifling in intensity. My father, a businessman, produced chocolates. He also invented the candy Lifesavers. You may have heard of them. I think the young man sitting on the wall, Marco, I believe his name is, he may have some. Anyways, my relationship with my father was not good. He did not agree with my lifestyle. We did not see eye to eye on many things. At one point, we did not speak for 2 years. My parents fought constantly when I was a child. In 1917, my parents got a divorce. So, to say that I was generally close to either of my parents would be an inaccurate statement. Well, when my mother had the nervous collapse, I went to live with my grandmother. And my grandmother's house had a library. And it was huge, with many books. And the poets in those, my favorite poets that I used to read were Walt Whitman and Victoria and Robert Browning. And they were just amazing. I remember going in there and just reading and reading and reading all day. Minutes turned into hours, hours into days. It felt like when I read, I stood still in time while it moved around me. Well, when people look back on me, I would like them to think of me as a tough guy. That's how I want them to see me. As for my poems, I want them to read them and have the words flow off the page and touch the reader. My favorite poem of mine have to be The Exile. This poem is my favorite because I wrote it during a time that I was writing romantic poems, not poems of despair. This poem touches my heart and makes me think of my true love at the time, Emil Opfer. This romantic poem helped me get into a new swing of the modern artistic world. If I must. Exile. My hands have not touched pleasure since your hands. No, nor my lips freed laughter since farewell. And with the day, distance again expands, voiceless between us, as an uncoiled shell. Yet love endures, though starving and alone. A dove's wings clung about my heart each night, with surging gentleness, and the blue stone, set in the tristram, has but worn more bright. Oh, look at the time. I'm sorry, I must be going soon. I have a cruise to catch. It was nice meeting you all. Thank you.